the final day for OktoberFAST. And it's 10:30 in the morning. Everyone's, rising up, working on their cars. Mike's over here working as well. The track was pretty treacherous, pretty rough last night, so he says there's a lot of broken stuff on the car. But that is why we do maintenance. But that is also why we don't race like 6 days straight. So chilly, sunny, but I am gonna go over and see if I can find some Wi-Fi to upload some videos. And then we're gonna go racing.
Bring back the fiber box with all the connectors and everything.
Thank you! Oh my god. Thank you to Brett. Thank you to Weedsport for having like the best Wi-Fi ever. Not only got 2 days of videos, 2 days video ago up. It's up, but I also got last night's up. It's a good day. It is a good day. Now it's only like 1:30. I'm gonna go have my breakfast because I literally got up, left, edited video, went straight to the truck to upload. So
All rear end.
At this time, I'd also like to find out CEO World Racing Group. That's not a big deal, but the big deal is like there's a lot of broken stuff he found on the car after last night. So hard work pays off.
time award because the track's starting to slow down. So, yeah, whoever went out in the first group definitely has fastest time overall. But that's good. We're fastest in our group, so that's a good thing. So we'll be starting on the pole, which is a good thing. Yay!
Weedsport, New York. Stay with us. 3 cars qualified. The winner will go to the draw.
Someone's sleeping.
Next to him.
looked awesome. It looked good. One of the dirt officials, I was videotaping it, one of the dirt officials goes in. Oh, alright, you got it. Now I'm getting yelled at. But one of the dirt officials goes into the right rear, takes a picture, takes apart like the shock cover, takes a picture of it, and I'm nicely saying, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And I ask him, like, what are you doing? And he just looks at me and turns around. I'm like, whoa. No offense, but just because you have a dirt official shirt on, excuse you? Like, that's wrong. Wrong. Because it's our car. Like, you're gonna check shocks on our car. You're gonna check on everyone, not just us. So I hope everyone's aware of that, because that is wrong. As you can tell, I get a little heated. Like, it's like our prized possession here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one person takes a picture of something, and who knows, if the shocks are our secret, then by means whatever. But if someone takes a picture of something, it's there. Then you can send it to whomever. I don't know who that dirt official is. Who knows who they're in favor for? But I'm not saying this is against all officials. Like, by all means, like, that guy was cold. Very, very cold. And sorry if I offend anyone, but what he did towards me, no. Again, I mean, I'm not saying this because I'm a someone. I'm saying this because I'm a human. He's a human. Like, if there is an issue, you need to address it, not take a picture and send it to someone and not tell us. If people are gonna complain, that's fine. Let us know and we'll make the changes. Come on. So, yeah, that's not the correct way to do this or to do your job. So, I'm not happy. And I hope you're not happy either, because my heart's racing. So Mike went over and talked to him about it, but again, the way they went about it, to ignore me and put your back towards me, like, that's not sketchy. Okay, all right, rant over. It'll be fine. We're in the redraw. Oh, Chris Heil looks good. I'll give you the recap on the heat race. Heil got us. Heil's sticking in the middle of the track and loads great. Mike had the speed to catch him, but it's just right around the bottom, so it was hard. But we got the speed, so now just have to have the draw.
To a stop out of
not really say anything because I don't really know anything. But I don't think were we even properly told that we were DQ'd? No. I had to go find out. Yeah, we looked at the consi and yeah, so like no officials come over. I mean, maybe they talked to Mike, I don't know. But one of our guys goes and checks the consi lineup and it shows us last, and Mike's talking to the officials. So I'm like, well, if it shows we're like in the consi, we should probably get ready. You know, hopefully not, but if that's the case, oh yeah, we got disqualified, guys. Starting last in the consi, I can only imagine how many they're gonna take, and there's no passing, so I just calmed down. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Mike literally just gets over here and jumps in the car. Who knows what the stagger is? At least we got fuel, tires are on the car. Hammer down, baby. Let's see what we can do. is honestly hearsay because I haven't talked to Mike yet, because I'm one of those, like, you don't need to feed into it, but hearsay, we found out who was that turned us in, mind my air quotes. So Mike talked to him. I mean, a little heated for a little bit, but I think cool down. We're in non-paid provisional, which means no money. Is it worth it? Yeah. That Consi, of course, needed another yellow, but he came from last to fifth, guys. Last to fifth, he looked awesome. So if we took off what was not legal and we still looked that good, just saying. I mean, yeah. So there's always something. There's always got to be drama. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so starting last. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna look at it like this. Let's say, I don't know, we got a flat in the first lap. We'd have to regroup and start last anyway. So, what is last, right? You know what I'm saying? Can you see the positive thoughts coming in and trying to push them out? Yeah. So, listen. I know Mike's gonna give you the whole rundown on all that happened, but I have 110% confidence in him as a driver and what he has done, him and the entire crew have done to the car. I can feel for him because everyone's now looking at him, right? Like, we've been consistent podium finishes all week, and we get DQ'd the last friggin' night, right? Like, if there were an issue, why wasn't it addressed earlier in the week, or when it was said? Like, how they went about it was wrong. I know I vented about it earlier, but now everyone's gonna have their eyes on him to see if, whatever we had on was illegal, if that's what our ticket was that made us fast. But when you're starting last, yeah, if you're thinking that, you got like some high standards. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I know he's gonna get up there. If he raced like he did in the Consi, he's gonna do great. But we kind of need this car for Port Royal next week. So hopefully we go forward and keep her in one piece, so there's not more work to do when we go home. But no, it's politics, guys. It is seriously politics. It's someone has the upper hand, or someone knows that person, or someone's snooping around, or you're doing well. Everyone's got your eyes on you, so there's got to be something wrong. It's racing, am I right? Anyway, so that's my event sesh. Going out now, starting last, 70 laps. Yeah, I mean, I feel for Mike. I'm like I said, of course I'm confident in him and the car and everything. It's just now we got to show, right? So hopefully we'll go forward. Yeah. Alright. Second to last. 75 laps. top 10 guys. Like, woo! He's good! He's good! You can put us down, but man, he's good! I mean, top 5, top 3 would have been great, but would he pass like 17 cars? Hello, if that's not saying something, you can take us all you want now. I feel about that. Can't forget, Max McLaughlin won. Max, congrats, dude. Oh my gosh. So awesome. So good for him. Matt Shepard got second, and Jimmy Phelps got third.
Today was unexpected. We had a really fast car again, and we made it into the redraw. And apparently when you start running good, you get singled out, and they decided that they wanted to take away our qualifying spot because our right rear bump stop was too tall by 3/4 of an inch. When I bought that bump stop, I asked the lead tech inspector for dirt what kind of bump stops were allowed to run when they came out with bump stop rules, and he said a Christmas tree style foam bump stop. And I said okay. I called up and I said, hey, you guys got any of those dirt legal foam bump stops? And they said, yeah, we got 3 different hardnesses: soft, medium, or hard. And I said, okay, well, send me like a variety pack so I can play around with them. If we're allowed to run these things, then I want to, try to make use of them and get the edge that we're allowed to do. And in no way or form would I have ever thought that would have made my car illegal. Being that I just asked the tech inspector and asked the parts supplier for parts that would be legal, for this series. And apparently it says, they're only allowed to be 2 1/4 tall. And dumb me, I didn't even measure them. I just took them out of the package, put them on the race car as if, they said this is the part you're supposed to have. So I said okay, put it on the car, and who knows till when that they all of a sudden single me out and look at my shock and no one else's. No protest, no nothing. And then right after the heat race, not before the race, no pre-tech. I wish I could have pre-teched my car so that they could have looked at it and said, hey, this isn't right. Not only that, the other teams that crawled under my car to look at it could have just said to me, hey man, that thing's too tall. And I would have been like, really? Okay, I'll cut it shorter. I didn't know that. Who would have? For me, it's like, who would have thought you're supposed to take the stock part and modify it to make it legal? You don't buy tires from Hoosier and they don't mandate you to sipe them to do that to make the tire better, So I wouldn't think that you would mandate to cut apart a bump stop to make it shorter to make it legal. Shouldn't they just sell them that way? Shouldn't you be able to just buy the part that's legal and put it on the car? To me, that would make sense. I understand where the rule came from. It was because they didn't want expensive roller skate style or bump spring. These things were probably getting out of hand and they wanted to save the race some cost. So I understand going to the cheaper foam bump stop, which is what I bought. And what I bought apparently isn't within the specs. So really a heartbreaker for our team. We had we take this stupid bump stop off and we go out and in the feature and start like 29th and made it up to 9th? 10th? Okay. And I felt like I had the fastest car on the racetrack still. I really didn't think that the bump stop was even part of the equation. But I guess all it is time will tell. I wish I could have made, the track was hard to pass and it took a long time to get those spots and I ran out of time at the end. but I wish I could have made it up to the front, you know, and finished top 3 again like we've been doing all week, to show them that that thing didn't matter. But now I just got to wait till, you know, whenever the next dirt car event is. Maybe, I don't know if it's still next year now. So that's disappointing because I don't have an opportunity to prove myself, and, you know, for my team. I just feel awful because, you know, these guys come to help. They don't like read the rule book or anything. I'm the only one that actually reads it and pays attention to that stuff. And, you know, I try really hard to make sure that we try to have fast race cars, but within the rules. And I failed today, and it's disappointing because I made an effort. I mean, I really made an honest effort to try to make sure that I was running the correct part. But you know, I just can't control the hatred in the sport. I mean, for crying out loud, like, if I saw something like on my neighbor's car that was illegal, I feel like I would have just said, like, dude, what's that? You know, why you got that on there? You know, not, you know, go over to the tech guy and single me out. I didn't go over and ask them to check everybody else's bump stops to make sure they were all legal either. You know, who knows, but I don't care because that isn't making them faster. You know, the guys that are fast are, you know, balancing their car out and working on their tires and driving well, and they have good motors and good cars and stuff to get them to the front. And it's just, I don't know, it's just, I could go on and on forever about this. It's really frustrating, but it's very sad ending to our week that could have been really good. I so in a bad way wanted to win one of these series races, and today I thought was going to be the day, and not today. So I guess we'll have to wait till next year.
But we got more bigger races to worry about now.
Yeah, and in every other race we run, they aren't gonna even have a bump stop rule at those other events. So not that I'm even gonna put them back on. I don't think I'll ever run one ever again. To be honest, seriously, I just don't think that meant anything to the equation. So pretty sad right now. That's it.
Alright, so 1, yes, I know I'm driving. 2, I've got my seatbelt on. 3, I'm keeping my eyes on the road. But, however, I honestly wanted to cool down a little bit. I think Mike explained it very well to what happened. I'm probably gonna sound very redundant, but I think, honestly, still, is how they went about disqualifying us. They did it wrong. Still holding true to that. I think that it was known of the issue prior to the heat race, and they should have told us at the beginning of the night when they found out, rather than letting us race and qualify and then taking it away from us. Or, per the rule books, you protest within the first 30 minutes of the checkered flag. I would assume that would have been somewhat of a protest, right? Because we were singled out. There was nothing written. It was just a he said, she said, and they single us out. So, again, I get it. If it's not supposed to be on there, it's not supposed to be on there. Our mistake. Owning up to it. But, again, like, don't get me wrong, I am extremely, extremely grateful that World Racing Group, the Super DIRTcar Series, all of the employees, like, they put on this week for us so we could go racing, so that we'd have races and the fans had something to watch, right? Super grateful, but got to do business a little bit better than that. So, moving on, I know Mike is there. It's gonna happen. He's gonna get his Super DIRTcar Series victory. We're gonna get that monkey off our shoulders. But I couldn't help but laugh because, you know, Mike's been racing for a while, but this week really showed everyone what he's capable of, and the spotlight was on him like all week. So therefore, when you're running well, people think something's up and they're gonna try and find something. And it just had me laughing because Mike's like, well, now I know how Billy Pauch feels. And I'm like, yep, that's what Dad's dealt with his entire life. So, honey, I'd like to say you have made it. You officially have haters. So, it is what it is. You know, take it with a grain of salt. Moving on, our next race. Woo! Port Royal! So excited. So excited. Nervous all together because all three guys are going to be racing. We got Mike, Dad, and Billy. Spare me the anxiety because I'm going to have a lot of it, but it's going to be great. So we kick off racing at Thursday. We qualify Friday. And then Saturday is the 200 for, I think it's like $53,000. Like, hello. So, hey, if you're in the area, you want to go camping, you want to watch online, whatever, free for all, fans are welcome. So, yes, super excited. You know what? It wasn't the ending that we wanted to this week. If there was a point, we would have won it, which is also super sour, adding salt to the wound, but it's okay. Sorry, completely forgot. I don't know what it pays, but we did get hard charger. So, past 17 cars. I know Mike wanted a top 3. I'm glad he's got high expectations. That makes me feel good. I like confidence. But hard charger. Good job. So, thank you all so much. You know, everyone that supports us, we appreciate it. We notice it. We notice you. So thank you for everything, and make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the newsletter down below, and we will catch you in a few days.